Hey guys, what's going on? It's Eli back with another review video. That's right. Today's earlier Christmassy review, I did tease this and it was obvious. That's right, Gremlins. I'm reviewing Gremlins. Because why not? I mean, it does take place around the holiday. It does take place during Christmas, and whether, people would consider this an official Christmas film, I'm sure there are those, and including myself, Gremlins is great, because, from director Joe Dante, executive producer Steven Spielberg, and at one point I remember I read about this, that Steven Spielberg at one point considered Tim Burton to direct this, but, yeah, Tim Burton, so, but, Tim Burton hadn't directed, like a big, like, theatrical film, etc., but it wouldn't be until a year later he would do Pee-wee's Big Adventure, so, anyways, but Joe Dante, no, he was the perfect director, and good thing. Gremlins, it's great, with its story, and, because it takes place around the holidays, and, the characters from, there's Randall Peltzer, I want to say, that's the how you say the last name, I don't know, played by, now how do you, who's the, cast? Hold on a second. Yeah, Hoyt Axton. I think that's the name. Yeah, I think I got that right. So there's him and Mr. Wing. I don't seem to see him in the cast. Well, I kind of moved it, but yeah. But when while Randall he's in Chinatown and trying to find a Christmas gift for his son Billy, and comes across to the shop, like I guess a young boy leads him to the shop, and with his grandfather, I want to say Mr. Wing, played by the late Kay Luke, and if I recall, yeah, Kay Luke, the same guy who was, let me see if I'm right. Kay Luke. Yes, I am correct. The Karate Kid movies. Correct? I mean, or it could be. No, I mean he was. No, I don't think so. Nope, I'm probably wrong. I'm thinking of somebody else. Yeah, probably so. But anyways, so he gets Gizmo, secretly by, the little boy, the Mugwai, and, the others, of course, Billy, played by Zach Galligan. I met Zach Galligan one time. It was years back, even before I started YouTube, and it was at a convention that me and my dad, aka Little Blue, we went to, which, of course, was ShakaCon. I did a few vlogs there, and, I met him and got an autograph from him. I wish I had it with me. I wish I did, if I thought of it. But oh well, doesn't matter. I mean, at least I mentioned it, so So, and I even mentioned this to him. Then it's true, because Flashback Cinema, which I know I've mentioned a few times, they showed Gremlins. So I got to see that, and it was before I got to meet him. So yeah. Then there's also Kate, I don't know how you say the last name, but I'm just going to say Kate, played by, Phobia Cates, who's, the wife of, God, what's his name? Never mind. If you know her, then you know who her husband is. If you know who her husband is, good, well-timed actor too, Anyways, so, then there's, Billy's mother, Lynn, played, I guess, Frances Lee, and Murray, the neighbors, Murray Futterman, played by legendary character actor Dick Miller, and Shelia, the wife of Murray, played by Jackie Joseph, and Corey Feldman was in this. He played a kid named Pete, a friend of Billy's, and accidentally causes Gizmo to get wet. And, the rules to that, Number 1, don't get them wet. Number 2, keep them away from the daylight. And the third and most important rule, don't ever feed them after midnight. So, yep. Of course, those happens, aside from the daylight, not that much, only to the Gremlins. And first, they start off as Mugwais, but then turn into Gremlins. And of course, the leader of the Gremlins, Stripe. And I recall, because there was, of course, Howie Mandel, well known for voicing Gizmo, and Frank Welker, the voice of Stripe. And Ruby Deagle, oh gosh, she's an evil woman in this. Played by Polly... I don't know how you say it. What's the last name? Polly Holiday? Really? Okay. Yeah, but Miss Deagle, just a very rude and just cruel and evil woman in this, and wanting to kill Billy's dog, But she got what she deserved when the Gremlins took at it on her. They came to her house, they torment her. Yeah, I think it was that moment where, because aside from all the chaos and attack that the Gremlins were causing in the neighborhood, the one exception was Miss Deagle. You'd just say to the Gremlins, thank you. Just being funny. But everything about this film was great. I remember Chuck Jones had a cameo. There's a scene at the bar where Kate works at. Dory's, I want to say. That's the name of the bar. I don't know. Billy is showing a drawing to Chuck Jones, and if you look in the background, the TVs that are on, they're playing one of Chuck Jones's Looney Tunes cartoons. So, and Joe Dante, his love for Looney Tunes, he would go on, in Gremlins 2, The New Batch, Bugs Bunny and Daffy Duck would appear in the beginning and at the end of the sequel, and of course Joe Dante would go on to direct Looney Tunes Back in Action. At least he tried with that movie, and if you guys remember, I did do a review on that, so about a year ago. Anyways, I'm trying to remember, the Gremlins all the Gremlins at the movie theater, after causing so much chaos, they all wind up at a movie theater. They're running Snow White, they enjoy it, they're singing Hi-Ho. All the Gremlins are burned and destroyed when, Billy and Kate and Gizmo, they cause a fire and gas and cause an explosion, killing all the Gremlins. Only one that had survived, Stripe, of course. And, of course, he's at a pharmacy store. However Kate said it, I don't know. And, of course, it's now come to facing off against Stripe. And, of course... Yep, Stripe being defeated at the end and Gizmo saving the day, shining light to kill and burn Stripe, and all ends well, it all comes to an end, the nightmares with the Gremlins, Mr. Wing taking Gizmo back in, etc., and Randall, who was the narrator, who narrated part of it at the beginning, friends, let me tell you a story, and then at the end, that's the end of our story, and, make sure, you check under the beds, blah, 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 because you never know. There just might be a gremlin in your house. And then the credits roll, and as, Mr. Wing is walking off, The music is great. I don't think I mentioned that. The music is great. Yeah, and the Gremlins theme. Dun, 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 dun. From that, and I also like the version of it, in the sequel. That was good, too. But anyways, Gremlins, what do I have to say? It's great, and a classic 80s film. And need I mention, this did come out the same time when Ghostbusters came out. So there you go, that's pretty cool. How do I rate this? 8 out of 10? That works, 8 out of 10, that's okay, that's still good. And you guys know what you think. You guys let me know what you think of Gremlins. Leave comments as always, give my review a like, and yeah. So again, 8 out of 10 for Gremlins. I hope you guys enjoyed my review of Gremlins. More reviews coming your way. They're going to be awesome. Keep looking forward. And I'll see you guys in the next video/review. And of course, continuing on with reviewing Christmassy films. And up next, later this week, something else straight from the 80s and in the late 80s that has to do something with Bill Murray in an adaptation of A Christmas Carol. Do you know what it is? Maybe you do. Just stay tuned for that. Take care, and peace out. And Merry Christmas.